What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOLFTWBRB, and welcome to episode 69 of Let's Play Smackdown. Shut your mouth, and it is time that we finally get to Survivor Series. Tonight on Survivor Series, the Cruiserweight Championship is on the line in a Hell in a Cell match when Jericho will defend against Billy Kidman. Also, Shawn Stasiak challenges Albert for his European Championship. And yours truly teams up with the Intercontinental Champion Billy Gunn and Chris Jericho to take on the team of Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon, and Ric Flair.
Who's going to be the survivor of this battle?
And I'm not sure if I do take a jog around or not. Oh, I do actually. Well, I don't believe I run into anybody, but Survivor Series over the past couple of weeks have been just based around the fact how I kind of backstabbed McMahon and Flair and turned my back on them to become partners with Jericho and win the tag team titles. And well, Linda McMahon, did her thing, and now here we are with Survivor Series with practically team, I guess, Authority versus team Linda McMahon. I don't really know. I like to believe the fact, or I like to pretend, because let's be honest, the game just added this match in here because it's a game. But I like to, pretend or act like that the reason Chris Jericho is not only defending his Cruiserweight Championship here tonight but inside a Hell in a Cell is because Mr. McMahon is trying to weaken Jericho. That way that's one less person he has to worry about in the 6-man tag match that'll be later tonight. Of course, I will be playing as Jericho, as we've already seen, and I have the utmost faith in my tag team partner to still walk out as Cruiserweight Champion. I don't understand what Mr. McMahon, Ric Flair, and even Hollywood Hulk Hogan think that they are going to accomplish, because they're practically taking on the best the WWE has to offer. I mean, we have the tag team champions and myself and Jericho, not only to add the fact that I'm the undisputed champion and Jericho may still be Cruiserweight Champion by the end of this. Add on to the fact that we have the WWE Intercontinental Champion who is looking for some revenge on them. Definitely would say that we have the advantage going into this matchup. Billy Kidman in this game, actually, to be honest, Billy Kidman in any game really wasn't too great. I mean, to be honest, in wrestling games, it doesn't really matter how good your character is in the game. If you're good at the game, you're most likely going to be good at playing anybody. But for computer status, Kidman's kind of a joke, to be completely honest. Then again, to be completely fair, Jericho's overall is rated very high, not very high, but definitely higher than Billy Kidman's. That definitely does affect something, we'll see, because the reason why I have such an easier time in these matches is because, well, my character is his overall is so high at 99, I believe, because of all the matches I've won. And same thing goes with Jericho. I mean, he's main event talent, and Billy Kidman, well, he's Billy Kidman. Just like that, though, we retain the Cruiserweight Championship for our tag team partner, and we even get to look at this nice little outro scene with Jericho and the Cruiserweight title, proudly raising that title as in all this glory. Coming up next, though, is the European Championship, and unlike our previous matchup, I'm going to challenge for the championship. I'm going to play as Shawn Stasiak, and the reason why I'm going to play as Shawn Stasiak is because in one of our earlier episodes of this Let's Play, it was around the time where it was kind of like Raw versus Smackdown. It was Team McMahon versus Team Flair, and I believe I was actually undisputed champion. I was making one of my first appearances on Monday Night Raw. And Ric Flair comes out and he goes, "Oh, you're going to be on Raw now, blah, 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 blah." He goes, "Well, you know what? You can take on Stasiak." And he said it in such, a feared way, like, oh, God, not Stasiak, but in all reality, I mean, it's Shawn Stasiak. So yeah. But, see, this is a perfect example of actually how the overalls affect the gameplay, because unlike Jericho and Billy Kidman, where one, I believe, is like 70-something, the other is 80, maybe even 90, Stasiak and Albert actually have probably the same overalls. Actually, to be completely honest, Shawn Stasiak might have a lower overall in general against Albert, which is why you see me not really having such a good time against Albert here. I mean, I'm getting in my own moves here and there, as you see, of course, right now. But unlike our previous matchup where Billy Kidman barely even touched me, Albert is definitely doing some damage to me, as well as I am to him. And in fact, I believe he's done more to me. Don't worry, though, Stasiak. I'm going to help you get that European Championship. Shawn Stasiak is actually, I believe, a second-generation superstar. I believe he's the son to former WWE champion Stan Stasiak. Not sure if that's really his name, but yes, Shawn Stasiak, former, son of a former WWE champion. Just goes to prove you or show you right there, nerds and geeks. It doesn't matter who your family is, because it's not a guaranteed fact that you're going to be an overall star. Gotta say though, I'm doing some of the damages to Albert here myself, but he's hanging in there. Nice super kicker. I do love the super kicks in this game. I feel like they are some of the best. But they definitely do improve, but that's to be expected, nerds and geeks. So, I mean, yeah, just trying to beat Albert here. I would say Albert's not too hard because, well, honestly, he's not if you're battling as one of the top stars in this game, but I'm battling as Shawn Stasiak right now, and Albert's a little difficult. Of course, Albert has had a long storied career in the WWE. He's gone by many names: Prince Albert, Albert, of course, A-Train, Tensai, now Jason Albert, I think now. I don't know. Very famous over in Japan, though. So yeah, nerds and geeks, just, basic match, not much to talk about, Getting in these late portions of Smackdown Shut Your Mouth, and it's getting to the point where you kind of don't know what to talk about anymore. I don't have much to say about Shawn Stasiak. It's not like his career was super stellar. In fact, it was quite bad. I don't know if I've ever talked about this in the universe, or not the universe mode, but I don't think I've ever talked about this in the Let's Play. But the reason why, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in Shawn Stasiak's entrance, he has like a kind of a Planet Stasiak gimmick going on, like he's from a different planet. And I believe the reason why, and the only reason I remember this is because it was just funny as hell. I remember Shawn Stasiak going in like Commissioner Regal's office, and I believe he was running after somebody. I'm not sure who it was, but the person he was running after like moved out of the way, and Stasiak went like face first into this knight in shining armor, or knight's armor, in Regal's office, and it kind of basically concussed him, or made him loopy, gave him amnesia or something, and he believes he's from another planet called Planet Stasiak. And despite the fact that I hit Albert with Stasiak's deadly DDT, he's still not down, nerds and geeks. Like I said, perfect example of how the ranking system works in here. Normally I would have been able to put Albert away by now, but for some reason the Prince is just not staying down. He does not want to let go of that European Championship. Uh-oh, not good. And I think that might do it. Yep, right there, nerds and geeks. I did indeed lose. Wasn't intentional, nothing personal to Stasiak. I actually lost that match. No matter what I did, you saw it, you watched it. I practically dominated Albert through the majority of that matchup, but I just could not put away the European champion, and it kind of proves how bad Shawn Stasiak actually is in this game. But it is now time for our main event of the night, the Tornado 6-man tag match between myself, Chris Jericho, and Billy Gunn, and we're taking on Ric Flair, Mr. McMahon, and Hulk Hogan. It's like the battle of like the old stars versus the younger stars, even though DDP's not that young. So yeah. Basically, as I mentioned earlier in this video, this feud has all started basically because at our last pay-per-view, myself and Chris Jericho won the tag team championships together, defeating Ric Flair and Mr. McMahon when I was supposed to take a dive. And Mr. McMahon and Flair were about to fire me, but Linda McMahon returned and reinstated Billy Gunn and Raven, along with saving mine and Jericho's asses. And well, it seems like I Jericho and Billy are going to represent Linda McMahon in this matchup, whereas Flair and Hogan will battle. I'm not really sure what you get if you win, though. I'm not sure if, like, I know it was supposed to go back to the same way, but what's stopping it from going back to what is now? Well, either way, this is a Tornado 6-man tag match, which obviously means everybody is in the ring at the same time, but it's also an elimination tag match, which means one pinfall doesn't win you the match. You have to eliminate each superstar in this matchup. So in order for my team to win, we need to get rid of Hogan, McMahon, and Flair, and vice versa for Flair's team, I guess, or McMahon's team, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there was such a long period of time of being, you know, a part of McMahon and Flair's side and kind of representing them. I kind of turned my back on them, you know. Jericho's the one who really kind of made me feel that way. I mean, after Jericho came in and was like, whatever you want to do, it kind of was like, wow, dude, you're willing to help me out here. But you know what? Not only that, but as I mentioned many times before, I'm still a little suspicious about that sneak attack that happens. By the way, this has to be the biggest match of Billy Gunn's career. He's in the ring with Mr. McMahon, Hulk Hogan, Jericho, Diamond Dallas Page, and Ric Flair. The only person in this match to never hold a world title. Poor Billy Gunn. He had potential. If I'm correct, I believe WWE really wanted to try to make Billy Gunn a top star in the WWE, just he really didn't have the, you know, the personality to be that star from what I understand. I always, for one, thought Billy Gunn could be a star, but just never happened, nerds and geeks. I was actually more of a fan of Road Dogg, if anything, back when I was a kid. Fortunately, Road Dogg is not in this game. Oh, we hit the Diamond Cutter on the Hulkster. And yes, the people will break up the pins, which makes it very irritating, you know. I was hoping maybe Mr. McMahon wouldn't focus on me, but I didn't get lucky. I think I actually wanted to save Mr. McMahon for last, so despite the fact where I could have pinned him right there, instead I kind of want to give him his just desserts. And Hulk Hogan's the first one eliminated. My good old tag team partner Jericho eliminating, honestly, the biggest threat out of our opponents. Flair and McMahon don't really pose much of a threat as Hulk Hogan did. In fact, Hogan beat me at WrestleMania. Look at that teamwork between me and Billy, may I add. And down goes Flair. It is now just myself and Vince. Well, not myself. It's now a 3-on-1 match. Myself, Billy Gunn, and Jericho taking on Mr. McMahon. I called him Miss McMahon. Hogan and Flair, the two superstars who are actually the most dangerous, have been eliminated, and well, now we get to just beat up on Mr. McMahon, and I kind of wanted to be the one to eliminate him, so that's why I interrupted that pinfall. But look at me and Jericho. Ah, by the way, this is what drop frames looks like, nerds and geeks. But as I was saying, look at me and Jericho, you know, arguing over who can take him out. I think we're all just having fun right now. Look at this, getting some duple punches, uppercut. Like freaking Street Fighter. And Jericho locks in the walls. I thought that was going to do it. Oh, that's going to do it. Mr. McMahon gets pinned, and I didn't beat anybody. I let Jericho and Billy do all the work, it would seem like. Oh, I left a loading screen in. What a nub. How do I leave a loading screen? Look at Earl Hebner. Why does he look like a troll? Oh, my apologies, nerds and geeks. I had a brief moment of where I had to sneeze. Jesus. Well, Jericho's taking all the credit. I kind of wanted to pin Mr. McMahon, but I let Jericho do it. Why not? I got the pin for the tag team titles, I think. Probably not. Vince, you're the reason we lost. What the hell are you talking about? It's your fault. What? Who do you think you are? You can't talk to the Nature Boy like that. Why does he sound like John Laurinaitis? Oh no! Oh, excuse me. Oh no! They're turning on each other.
DDP must be watching this with a big smile on his face. The tension is mounting, that is for certain. What is going to happen tomorrow?
Alright, well, just as always, we're taken to the Unlock the Hidden Items screen where we can choose something to unlock. And I went with Matt Hardy's attire, but that's going to be the end of this episode of Smackdown Shut Your Mouth. If you have enjoyed, do me a favor, leave me a comment, a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Well, it seems like Flair and McMahon have finally turned on each other, so we're beginning December, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen, Nerds and Geeks. My name has been OMGWTF, LOL, FTWBRB, and I will see you guys for episode 70. Jesus, 70 episodes. So until then, have a wonderful day, guys.